Now this trick comes in quite handy when you want to impress someone, and Michael John, the handsome magician, performed this amazing card trick on America's Got Talent. Here's what he did. He brings out a deck of cards and tells Mel to sign her initials on the Ace of Hearts card. He then folds her signed card and puts it in her mouth. Similarly, he takes out another card, the Four of Spades, signs his initials on that card, folds it, and puts it in his mouth. Now, when he is seen almost exchanging a kiss with Mel, he tells everyone that the cards have been swapped. Finally, the swapped cards were revealed to amaze everyone around. So, how did he make the cards exchange their positions? Well, here's the secret. Obviously, the cards weren't exchanged after they put it in their mouths. The trick lies in that deck. Yes, it was a prearranged deck, and in some cases, the magician shuffles the whole deck except the first 3 cards on top. So the top 3 cards on the deck form the key to this trick. Here's how the 3 cards are arranged on that deck. The card on the top already has Michael's signature on it. The second card is an unsigned Ace of Hearts card meant for Mel's signature, and the third card from the top is an unsigned duplicate Four of Spades card meant for Michael's signature. Now he takes out the deck with those 3 prearranged cards on the top and shows her the Ace of Hearts, which is the second card from the top. Here he used a basic card technique known as a double lift, which made the card to look like one card and then flipped it over. Now Mel signs on that card. But you know it, while showing face up, the card under Mel's card is Michael's already signed card. Then, using a double lift technique, he flips over the cards, and the card with his signature is again on the top. Now he only picks up the topmost card with his signature, folds the card, and puts that card in Mel's mouth. So this is how the swap happened with the card in Mel's mouth. The deck now has Mel's signed card on the top, and under that card is another duplicate Four of Spades card which is unsigned. So then, using the double lift, he flips it over, shows that Four of Spades card to everyone, and then puts his signature on that card. Now you must have figured it out. Yes, he again double lifts the cards. He flips over the cards, which now brings Mel's signed card to the top. He picks up Mel's signed card, folds it, and puts it inside his mouth. Finally, the swapped cards were revealed to end this amazing illusion. Also, if you look back and pause the video, at the moment where Mel pulled that card out of her mouth and when Michael signed the card and showed it to us, you can see Michael's signatures don't exactly match. This confirms that there were duplicate cards used for the trick. At number 5, Snowman Trick. Matt Franco once performed the snowman sketch trick on America's Got Talent to leave the audience and judges in a real thoughtful situation. Matt uses a sketchbook that has 3 parts of snowman printed in various styles. All the judges are asked to choose any style at random, and finally, the chosen snowman matches the snowman Matt got in the gift box, along with the greeting cards he has already placed under the seats of judges and audience. Matt in this trick used a gimmick book known as Svengali book. This book, unlike the normal books which contain pages of equal length and has a twist by having a little short and long pages alternatively interleaved. All the long pages in the book contain different pictures for the snowman, while all the small pages has the same picture of the snowman that Matt wanted for his final result. Before the actual trick began, the book was fanned downwards by Matt while showing it to the audience. Matt actually fanned the book downwards with his thumb that showed only long pages with different snowman pictures. But if you look carefully, he fanned the book pages upward using his thumb that opened only the small pages that had his resultant snowman picture. So finally making the choice from all the 3 judges except Simon, Matt finally calls up Simon to unveil the gift in which he actually has the snowman exactly as now in the book. Also, the greetings received by everyone had the same drawing indeed, because that was all the choice of Matt to give it to all. At number 4, Card Outside a Bus Window. On the way to his hotel, Criss Angel decided to perform this amazing card trick on a moving bus. To start off, Criss goes towards a few girls and asks them their name, and then starts performing the trick with one of them. Confirming that they have never met before, he starts the magic. He tells the girl to pick a card from the deck of cards. After taking out a card, he tells her to sign on the face of that card. Now everyone knows that signed card. He then tells her to place that signed card back into the deck and tells her to shuffle the cards as many times as she likes. Just after a few shuffles, she gives the deck back to Chris, and one final time, he confirms with the girl whether that signed card is in the deck.
Okay.
Finally, he throws the deck of cards at the windshield of the bus. One card stuck onto the window, the others fell. Obviously, it was her signed card. Not only that, the card was stuck to the outside of the glass. Going out and confirming that it was indeed her signed card, the girl just couldn't believe her eyes.
That's awesome.
So, how did that card stick outside the bus window? Well, before revealing the secret, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can get instant notifications of our new video uploads. So, let's quickly get to the secret. Firstly, if the card wasn't signed, it would have been easy to plant one outside the window ahead of time, or have an assistant with another deck on the other side of the window. But Chris had this girl sign the card, which meant that one particular card had to get outside. Also, it was a moving bus, so we can assume that the card must have been planted onto the roof of the bus before the bus had started, or was stopping the bus midway. Now, if we see the footage, there's no camera cut involved during the actual performance, except this small cut which you can see if we slow down the video. So we can assume that it was this camera cut, where the card was handed over to the assistant who planted it onto the roof of the bus. This means that everyone on the bus were in on this trick. Also, you can see how the card came down from the roof. There was a signed card up there, and the jerky camera motion was to prevent you from seeing someone's arm or some device putting that card there. For this reason, when they're outside, they never show the roof of the bus. In the end, the girl was amazed to see her signed card.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
At number 3, the Torn and Restore card illusion. David Blaine, the magician known for his extreme acts, once performed an amazing card trick where he tells a lady to choose any random card from the deck and then sign on it. He then tells her to place her signed card back into the middle of the deck. The signed card magically jumps to the top of the deck. In the next part of the trick, he takes her signed card from the top and visibly rips off and scrunches that card into pieces of small squares. With a little rubbing, the chosen signed card is then found restored on the top of the deck. So, how did he perform this amazing card trick? Well, here's how he did it. In the first part, where the lady randomly selects the 2 of clubs card, here, he actually forced that card onto the lady using a technique called underspread card force. So, after David spreads the cards, he brings his desired 2 of clubs from the bottom of the deck and pulls it underneath the spread at the exact position where the lady picks the card, and then she proceeds to sign on that forced card. For the second part of the trick, how did he tear and restore her signed card back? Well, there was also a duplicate 2 of clubs card used for this part of the trick, and David already knew her name before the start. So he had already written her name initials on that duplicate card, and it was placed on top of the deck. Now he holds the deck in his left hand and riffles them, and tells the lady to say stop wherever she wishes. When done, he pretends to cut off half of the deck and holds it deep into his left hand, and during this moment, he secretly removes the topmost duplicate signed card using his right hand and moves it away quickly, thus keeping that one card concealed away from the ladies. He then offers her the rest of the deck and tells her to put her signed force card into the supposed cut, which is, in fact, the topmost position. David then quickly brings her right hand back, drops the duplicate card on top, and riffles it back into the deck. This creates the illusion that he has replaced half the deck on top of the chosen card, when in reality, the duplicate signed card is now on top of the chosen signed card. Thereafter, he performs a double lift and shows her that her chosen signed card has jumped to the top of the deck. While they talk, he turns both cards over again, and this time around only takes off the topmost card, which is the duplicate card, and proceeds to rip it off into pieces. Now, while rubbing the pieces onto the top of the deck, he gives the deck to the lady, folds the pieces tighter, and makes them magically disappear. Here, he only pretends to transfer the pieces into his left hand and actually keeps it in his right hand, using which he then disposes the torn pieces into his pocket. Finally, the torn pieces vanish as the signed card is magically restored back at the top of the deck.
At number 2, Houdini's Milk Can Escape. Houdini, greatly known for his death-defying magic tricks, performed one of the greatest escape tricks in which he was sealed inside a milk can with handcuffs to restrict the movements. This trick was made famous as Magic Show, where failure meant death by drowning. So, how did Houdini actually escape from the can and even sustain inside the can for such a long time? When Houdini enters inside the can, some water is spilled out as to make space for Houdini inside it. The cap of the milk can, as you can see, has a dome-shaped structure along with a small hole at the top that allows Houdini to get his head above water and breathe whenever he needs to from inside. The cap of the can is indeed locked, but the real secret lies in the entire top of the milk can, which can easily get opened up from inside. The top of the can is hard to open from the outside, but it is really easy to get that done from inside by Houdini. So to get out, Houdini easily separates the top part of the milk can and places it back again, and finally Houdini is revealed to the cheers of the audience. So finally, the number 1 trick on our list, MJ's Anti-Gravity Lean. This trick is not from any magician, but from the most popular and ever known as King of Pop. Yes, you heard it right, we are talking about Michael Jackson and his most famous gravity-defying stunt. Michael first performed the anti-gravity lean for Smooth Criminal, and later followed this by many live stage performances. Now this was the wow factor of MJ that made his audience just go crazy about it. The lean was actually performed using a special type of shoes designed by 2 inventors exclusively for MJ. The shoes actually had a special designated groove in the heels that would get connected and affixed to a peg on the stage that allowed MJ to shift his center of gravity and make the iconic move, thereby impressing everyone present around the world. So guys, hope you got the secrets behind some of the greatest magic tricks ever. Which trick did you like the most? And name any other magic trick you would like us to reveal. Tell us in the comments below.